your feelings for her are not real.
They are real to me!
Hello there, chat. How are you doing on this fine day? As we're gonna roll ourselves into a hole that I never thought I'd revisit again. Because this isn't something new, believe it or not. The title isn't misleading, it's completely true. It's completely true in in how fake all of this situation was. You are in for quite the show. So prepare something comfy to sit on. Prepare a drink. Get some food ready. And I'll tell you a tale of someone that wanted to look so good for the internet they decided to invent a whole cosplay girlfriend. Probably more than one, but this one kinda went overboard for him. He just decided to go, full bore with it. But first, before we get into that, let me get some background music up because we're gonna be doing a lot of reading about a lot of unhinged stuff, and I need a proper company music for this. So, which one would be chill enough? Miami Nights is always on the menu for me here. Okay, this is chill enough. It's not that loud. All right. So, chat. Have you ever seen anyone lie on the internet? Of course, that comes naturally, like breathing to everyone. Everybody lies on the internet to some degree. Some people, well, if they're especially involved in social media stuff, if they want to get big on social media, they will be lying out of their ass usually for brownie points. Your typical virtue signalers. There's also that other type that usually gets overlooked. And they only get overlooked until they do something despicable or they get exposed for something. This is one of these cases. I'm talking about the type of person that shines through on very obnoxious positivity. As in, replies to everybody, makes feel-good posts, that kind of thing. And it never stops. It's like day by day. They try to present the overview of a world that just doesn't exist, Everyone's hanky-dory, everyone's wonderful, nothing bad is happening ever. Everyone gets along. That kind of level of bullshit when it comes to presenting this whole situation. And believe it or not, Saxi, or as he was known back in the day as VTuber F. Yes, we're going back in history. We're going back to almost the very beginning of my Twitter account, where a lot more VTuber gimmick accounts used to exist. Yes, I know this is deep VTuber lore for everyone present, but I have to explain all of this before we move on forward with this. As in, this person got popular out of something. They didn't come out of nowhere. This isn't a history of a Mr. Beast that sometimes, that just suddenly appears on YouTube and gets millions of views. This person has built up their online presence on a particular brand of content. And that content is being horny. Back in the day, as in 2021, 2020, all the way to like 2022, I'd say, there used to be a lot more VTuber gimmick accounts that dealt with all kinds of stupid shit, like VTuber boobs, VTuber booba, VTuber feet, even VTuber sneezes. That's another history. That's another very, very silly account that I had run-ins with. Sorry, can't speak. I'm a little bit dehydrated, but whatever. And they all had their own. Almost all of them had their own little silly dramas. One of the VTuber feet accounts turned out to be a minors acting sexually with other people. They got exposed for that and pretty much excommunicated. I believe they returned at some point when they actually turned 18 a few years later, to do the same sex pest like thing that they did previously. VTuber Sneezes was a prominent anti-lolicon. At one point, they tried to be a VTuber and they made a lolly model, which was quite funny. I documented their history on my Twitter account, so if you want to look into VTuber Sneezes, a VTuber gimmick account that clipped VTuber Sneezes, yeah, you're free to do so at any point in time that you like. But today's subject, he was also one of those. He was someone called VTuber F. And who was VTuber F? Well, name is self-explanatory. It was a VTuber gimmick account that focused on quote-unquote reviewing VTuber model Fs for whatever fucking reason. I don't know. There's a lot of people that get invested into these accounts and they think that they're like the best thing ever. I know I say that as a VTuber gimmick account that deals with drama, but still. People tended to like this sort of type of content. I don't know why. I guess there's something for everybody out there. But it got quite popular over the years. At one point, it kind of fell off. So the people that had these VTuber gimmick accounts, they had to rebrand to kind of remain relevant on the scene, on the VTuber scene with everybody. And VTuber F was one of such people. He had a lot of rebrands. He even tried to be a VTuber at one point. But it kind of fell through as well. He had a very short-lived career as a VTuber clipper. Even had a YouTube channel, which we're going to be exploring. Well, by exploring, I mean I'm going to show you a screenshot of it. There's really not that much to it. And at some point, VTuber F decided to become this guy called Saxy online. And that's what he was known until his fall from grace, you could say. As the very thing that we're going to be discussing today happened to him. Meaning that he invented, well, spoiler warning, of course, if you haven't read the title. He decided to invent a cosplay girlfriend and got exposed for it in a very funny fashion, mind you. And we're going to be reading through all of that as we explore his deep lore, his deep history, and his behavior patterns online. So I divided today's stream into several smaller parts. We're going to have an intro, which I already kind of presented to you. But to finish it off, I'll get you some screenshots about what his online presence actually looked like and looks like currently. Let me get some of these tweets actually up. I have way too many. Oh, this was old. Hold up. As a part of this intro. Sexy intro. Yes. So this is Saxy's VTuber clipping channel. Not that many subscribers, as you can see. 800, not that much. Very few videos here as well, with very few views at the same time. But this is not what Saxy was actually known for. Like, his career as a VTuber clipper was very short-lived, and most of his presence is pretty much on Twitter. And people know him from Twitter from various things that he has done over the years. Things that people took a positive impression to. But yeah, this is his YouTube channel. Again, very small, not significant in any sort of way, but he called himself a clipper for quite a bit. And again, most of his clips were usually posted on Twitter, and this is just a small collection that landed itself on YouTube somehow. This is his current main account called Saxy Clips, as you can see. Quite huge for what is essentially a grassroots, you can call it that, VTuber gimmick account, which grow into like 36k followers on Twitter, which is not insignificant. But you can also see that he has 26k people that he follows. So what does this mean? There's a lot of Twitter accounts out there that do this thing that's called follow for follow, or engage in all kinds of engagement bait. Usually, people have this weird tendency when they see a big account follow them on Twitter, they usually follow back instantly because they think they're gonna get some positive attention out of it. Sometimes they are starstruck for whatever reason because this magical number next to followers is supposed to mean something significant for them. I don't know how their minds work, but to me it's just a nothing. Maybe because I'm old and I just don't play these games with these people. But yeah, VTuber ties also knows the sex clips engaging that kind of thing. Follow for follow, pretty much. Just follow as many people as you can, hoping to get engagement out of it and a lot of followers as well. But this is not the only way that he grew his online presence. The other way he grew his online presence was via his other account called Saxy for Art, Vigen, Skeb, and Pixiv, which is pretty much a list of recommended artists that people could commission on Skeb via Pixiv or on Vigen. Pretty much provided that kind of service to people, which is a good thing, mind you. I'm not shitting on this idea because it would be unwise. I think it's a good repository for artists, if anything. So he gave a little bit back to the community, amassed a pretty big following of 18.7k people. And pretty much that's what his second account did. That first account that I showed you previously was pretty much his shitposting account. And as you can see here, the descriptor here, he deems himself an actor, which is very apt, mind you, by what we're going to be seeing pretty soon. But yeah, Saxy over the years grew himself as VTuber, then as a positivity advocate for a lot of VTuber stuff. Essentially what I said to you at the beginning. Making a lot of positivity posts, a lot of engagement bait with those. It's very easy to amass people that just fall into that category of liking such posts. And yeah, that's what Saxy clips or Saxy, whatever you want to call him, is on the surface. But there's, of course, a lot more. The next part of what I have to show you is what he actually was like before everything happened. So, as you can probably imagine, someone called VTuber would be really into VTuber, right? So, let's take a look at some of his posts from the years prior about VTuber, because what else? Hello, VTuber. I will be pinning this. If you see this tweet, please drop your fies down below. I'm going for the biggest thread of VTuber. Retweet for more visibility. And as you can see, got plenty attention as well as those retweets. I wouldn't say this was the beginning of him getting bigger on Twitter, but it was certainly a point from where he jumped into being more notable on social media spheres. And he did a lot of what he called VTuber reviews. So essentially reviewing VTuber. I'm just going to read one of those, because we're not going to be sitting here and going through tens or even hundreds of these, because the guy was at least diligent enough to to review a lot of them. Because he really likes VTuber especially. But not just VTuber there have also been a lot of retweets of actual FleshTuber on his account as well. Hashtag VTies review. Spoopy's files are the godsend to Earth and beyond. These files are cybernetically enhanced to your well-being, and it's simply impossible to feel dissatisfied with her ever. With colored up thigh highs matching such thickness, this is a recipe for a disaster. And there were more of these, as you can see here. And that's not even, the tip of the iceberg. There was like tens, if not hundreds more. And of course, it wouldn't be VTuber if he just wasn't talking about thighs almost every single post that he made during that time in 2021. Here's them replying to one other person. Your thighs are so thick. The garter belts need to breathe. LMAO, 15 days left before VTuber thighs disappears. Japanese VTubers and the ASMR streams. Thigh Thursday, 30 VTubers, 30 thigh reviews. Deal. Lord bro, thighs. Love you, man. LMAO, normal but still thighs. Your thighs are mine. I'm gonna be lost in your thighs. Fuck it. Thigh review on you right now. Amazing thin thighs. Ah. Thanks, Minty. It's all upwards from here. And nice thighs. See? Normally, I have to explain another thing to you, chat. There's levels of acceptable sex pestery on Twitter and on social media. Normally, sex pests aren't tolerated. Normally, you could say. But if you're the type of positive guy that Saxy is and was, you know, if you try to please everybody, people are gonna tolerate you more. They're gonna let you get away with a lot more than that. And Saxy has been coasting of that quite a bit. So whatever comments, you know, other accounts could make, similar to those that you see right in front of you, Saxy was able to get away with those because that was normal for him, you know, just a goofy little guy. He just likes thighs. Like she's gonna review your thighs and you know call them pretty and whatever. He's gonna go after those thighs. It's just completely normal for him. It's just completely acceptable. It's all good. And there's hundreds of more of posts like these. Again, I'm just showing you just an example of this. I could be very autistic about it and show you a lot more, but I think you get the picture. The dude really liked thighs and made a small career out of it via VTuber thighs reviews. And at some point where he actually landed on my radar was when he decided to create something called the VTuber Table. You may ask yourself, what the fuck is that? Well, the VTuber Table was pretty much a kind of event that was also on a VTuber list. See that there's this thing, VTuber Table, which essentially showcased the thighs of many VTubers, and Saxy has been adding people to this thing like for many months in 2021, and I believe a little bit in 2022 as well. And at one point there was a contest, which I'll explain in just a moment. But first, congrats and thank you everyone for participating in the final Squee VTuber Fible. So essentially, if Saxy liked your thighs quite a bit, he put it in this list and made something called the VTuber Fible with VTubers with the thickest wholesome thighs. Guaranteed review, a waitlist. And at some point, there was a little bit of drama. And by a little bit of drama, I mean hundreds of people got upset at Saxy for doing something they didn't agree with. And what was that? Well, I'll have to take you back to the past again. And I'll have to take you back to the origins of my VTuber gimmick account on Twitter as well. You see, the succubus lolly VTuber called Kuro entered herself into the VTuber Fible, and because she had a lot of fans and was very popular, she won the VTuber Fible contest and was supposed to be featured in the VTuber Fible. But a lot of people at that time got very butthurt because lolly succubus, just on the virtue of being a lolly succubus, got featured, and they didn't like that one bit. I'm not gonna be showing you tweets about that because that already exists on my Twitter account. You can look it up. It's still there. And they essentially started harassing Saxi over it because, you know, how dare you promote this degenerate behavior of including, you know, a VTuber that quote unquote looks like a child, looks like a toddler with her thighs out, and a G-string or whatever on your VTuber Bible. Like, how the fuck dare you do that? So, Saxi, at that time, even when Kyudo won, even when she got the most votes for her Fi picture, he decided to change the rules for the next VTuber Bible. He would kinda allow Kyudo to be showcased, but kinda not at the same time. But similarly to what other people were against when it comes to Kyudo, he decided that no lolly VTubers or no VTubers that would be looking the way Kyudo does would be allowed to be featured in the VTuber Bible. Which is, you know, pretty retarded, but VTuber drama is usually like that. But yeah. Hundreds of people were butthurt about that, and nobody liked it. People from both sides didn't like the decision. The ones that were against Kyoto to begin with were disappointed that he decided to include her in the first place, so they got butthurt. The people that were all for Kyoto being featured in the Bible, they got butthurt because Saxi decided to change the rules of the next contests going forward, of the next Bible inclusions. So essentially no one was happy, and Saxi got whipped. At that time, I had a small conversation with him in DMs and I told him I essentially approved of one thing when it comes to it. Like, it's your account, do whatever the fuck you want with it. But I also told them in very clear words that you shouldn't get browbeaten by people online, and you shouldn't strive to please everyone, because at some point it's gonna bite you in the ass. And boy oh boy, 3 fucking years later, it sure came back to bite him in the ass when he pretty much bit off a little bit more than he could chew, and his lies and his behavior caught up to him. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of the VTuber Bible and what he did at that time. Here are a few examples of people commenting on that thing as it was going on at that time. To be honest, Cuter should have won regardless, just to be fair. I understand your decision to change the rules on the fly to avoid criticism, but I believe everyone, regardless of both sides' opinions. This should have not been a hate campaign toward you or anyone else involved. But this is the good shit. Don't interact with those that make you uncomfortable or have toxicity surrounding them. If there is anything the world needs less of, it's shit like that. Some of that fanbase is straight up deranged and scary. Updating the rules is a sign of not an admission to a mistake, but the willingness to improve and adapt. Rules are rules, and loopholes do exist. I applaud the steps you are taking. It must have not been easy, all things considered, so I wish the best for you. Granted, he could have ignored all of this, but he pretty much got harassed and got called a pedophile at least a dozen times by my count. Again, good memory is pretty much my curse, so I remember a lot of these events as if it was yesterday. But yeah, that's the VTuber type of history. And as you can imagine, being a huge horn dog for Fies, Saxi also enjoyed the better things in life, which is his incredible love for cosplay. And we're gonna see a few of those, a lot of that admiration in the following posts of his on Twitter. Hold up, this is a little too big. Where's my breedable VTubers at? Waves. Your cosplay suggests otherwise. And again, comments like these would get a lot of people cancelled. But again, Saxy has garnered a lot of goodwill from his followers over the years. You have to understand that a lot of his behavior was accepted and even encouraged. Sex, sir. I bought the cosplay. I demand the sex. Oh, this is gonna get a lot more deranged from this point onward. There was this one really uncomfortable experience during Anime Expo that I had to witness and intervene in the 18+ panel. Throwing up emoji. I will be writing about what the fuck I was hearing and seeing in pure disgust. And how security needs to do a better job at controlling creepy horny dudes. Which panel? Cosplay Deviants. And we're gonna take a look at that. Here's the uncomfortable experience at Anime Expo 18+ section. Before we see a lot of his other posts, we're gonna quickly scroll to his experience, because you have to see how this guy talks about a lot of the stuff he may himself be guilty of. So this is his experience from Anime Expo, which I believe is from 2022. And what happened at 18+ panel. Featuring Cosplay Deviants. And for those of you who don't know who Cosplay Deviants is essentially a company that does loot cosplay. And I do believe it still has a website. It's essentially cosplay porn. The TLDR version of it. An uncomfortable experience at Anime Expo 18+ section. Trigger warning: harassment. If you are a minor, do not read this. Anime Expo was fun. In fact, even with the cumbersome lines, terrible crowd control, and suffocating lines in Artist Alley, a lot of fun hanging out with my friends and meeting with several irreal VTubers, and was simply, the way he writes it, simply, therefore hot anime baddies. Also merch, can't go home without merch. I'm going to try to explain this clearly and in timely structures as possible. Once again, if you're a minor, please not read and exit out. Start. My friends and I were curious about what was in the 18+ section, since the last time we went to AX was back in 2016. And we were too young to get in there. We decided to go in there and check it out around 5 PM. We got our 18+ wristbands, show ID, and went in. Mind you, a little bit of context of how the 18+ section usually looks like at Anime Expo. It's usually this, I wouldn't say fenced off, but it's behind the curtain. It's behind the big black curtain in an area that's usually off to the side of one of the bigger sections. Usually Kentia Hall or something like that, if I remember correctly. But essentially it's all covered up and you can't get in there unless you have an 18+ badge, and sometimes they also check your ID, but it's very rare. This year, the year I went, they weren't checking IDs, they were just checking if you had the 18+ wristband. Continuing on. We decided to go on in there and check it around 5 PM. We got our 18+ wristbands, showed ID, and went in. Obviously, as you would assume, therein lies not safe for work art available in posters and prints, with loads of really good looking cosplayers. We walked around until we checked out a booth called Cosplay Deviants. They sell nude in real life pictures of cosplayers and other types of merch. There's one item that was a porn coloring book for $15. We thought was pretty damn hilarious, so my friend decided to buy it. While my friend was in line to pay for a porn coloring book, which I found hilariously funny, I, along with another friend, walked back a bit away from the cashier to talk about where else to go. While walking away from the cashier, there was a woman that was an employee, I think, that wore, if I remember correctly, a pretty revealing pink bunny outfit. This random dude would act to her, and I kid you not, sounded exactly like a stereotypical nerd whenever he spoke. That's gonna be pretty funny later on, as he kind of devolves into the same kind of behavior, just in text form. In fact, that's probably why we're so hooked on eavesdropping this dude's conversation with her. Keep in mind, my friend, I we're at least 2 feet away from this woman. This dude, who looks like to be in his late 20s to mid 30s, started off by asking for a picture of her, which is obviously fine, and she happily obliged. That's not where the problem started. He then asked her, "Will you be coming to an 18 plus AX dance?" And she said, "I'll see, but for now I'll be here for a while." This guy started pressuring her into joining him into the dance, but she declined respectfully. When I mean pressure, I mean like full on. "What time are you done? I'll wait for you. I'll pay. I'll pay you to go" type of questions. Once he understood what no meant, he started trying to converse in a random discussion with her. It was so awkward and cringe. I just stared at my friend to get confirmation of, "Yo, bro, is this shit actually happening?" Um, Mind you, this happens more than than some people are comfortable at a lot of anime conventions. There's always these dudes that do this. Not that uncommon. This guy started praising her body to the point where it got obvious. He said things like, "Hey, you have a nice butt. Hey, your boobs are so big. You smell, you smell nice." And so much more deranged shit. Oh, sexy. Oh, your self-awareness. There's a lot more, he said, but I will keep it brief. He's a creep. Well, that's getting incredibly touchy too. And all she did was try to best act as professional as much as possible. This conversation went on for at least 5 minutes. I have an anxiety. I don't know what kind of social anxiety, but I do have it. And this situation was pressuring me off the roof. This situation was so weird to me because, as I said, first time in this section here, let alone a booth selling nude images of cosplayers. I was already, believe it or not, slightly nervous about my surroundings there, and hearing the disrespect coming out of this dude's mouth was just unbearable. I couldn't believe what I was listening to. Every time I glanced over, the cosplayer just looked like she needed someone to help her get rid of this dude. I waited and wanted someone else to do it, so I nudged my friend to stop him. But my guy was even more anxious than I was. That's some righteous indignation. "Hey, this lady might need some assistance with a creep. Hey, my friend, can you go and tell him to back the fuck away? On my behalf, because I thought about it first." I took a step forward and stopped the dude from continuing because I deadass couldn't take listening anymore of this dude talking. I told him to fuck off before I make a noise about it. He took his glasses off, and dipped off another direction. The cosplayer said thank you, but my head was too clouded to say anything and exited the whole 18 plus section with my friend, leaving my other friend at the cashier. So if you, the cosplayer, ever reads this, I'm sorry for leaving you without saying anything. The 18 plus section, there's usually more compacted set of security, and most booths practically had a security guard. I'm just wondering why the guard that was a couple feet away from them didn't say or stop the dude from continuing. Because the guards, as he calls them, are usually volunteers that usually do not want to engage in situations like this. If you want proper security at any of any of these conventions, you have to either ask your friends to play that role for you or hire an actual bodyguard. This kind of ties into what happened to Keki He-Man the other day, which is pretty fucking scary and terrible. Might I add, but you really need to do that. You really need to, like, not victim blaming or anything, but you really need to be due diligent, especially if you have, stalkers in your past, because stalkers usually do not give up. That's why they're stalkers. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you are, because there are, people stalking dudes as well. Not as much as girls, of course, but, be diligent with that sort of stuff. Ask your friends to help out, or just get someone that could serve as your muscle, if possible. Other than that, just be aware of your surroundings all the time. Stop staring at women! Do your damn job, please. Afterthoughts. You don't have to praise me or anything. All that is unnecessary. I just want people to be more aware of that things like that can and will happen. I didn't believe it. Believe it did. In fact, I thought only it happens online until yesterday. Apparently, things like this happen more often, and this seriously needs to change. If that wasn't common sense enough. Oh, bro. If only your self-awareness extended past this post, we wouldn't be having this stream. We would just be sexy VTuber Fies or whatever. VTuber Clipper really likes to talk sexually to women online. But here we are, and we're having this stream. I do, yeah, you're pointing it out. I do like that you don't have to praise me or anything, bro. It's just a day's work. It's just all in a day's work for me. But yeah, you do have to see how he interacts with some people out there. Again, really likes cosplayers, especially the ones that are very attractive. Someone help me find this cosplayer. The first thing I would do when I get a girlfriend is have her wear the Hutao cosplay. Bro, I retweet one cosplayer's pics and my whole timeline is filled with hot women. Here's a brief summary of a real story behind Hattie, which is a cosplayer, by the way, and I, because I see multiple stories. There was someone impersonating a cosplayer named Hattie. I quote retweeted, "Please be my girlfriend," as a joke. As a joke, chat. Really as a joke. Only as a joke. It's all a joke, chat. They rejected me wholesomely. I posted it as a meme and it got super viral. Cosplayer Hattie found out through followers tagging. There's a public convo of her and I just resolving things. I quote retweeted, "Please be my girlfriend" again. She said the same thing as the fake. We just made it hilarious. We are best friends now. They probably aren't. We are not dating. Because he likes them imaginary, chat. That's fun. And moving on. I love my girlfriend. She is the most adorable princess that I could ever ask for. See, now that I'm here, no one can figure it out who said it or who I'm referring to. You're sexy right now. You have no girlfriend for the time being. Actually, if you read my bio, you see I have a very beautiful cosplay girlfriend. And mind you, chat, a lot of the things he says here, he later on tries to play off as jokes. So his, get out of jail free card has always been, I'm just joking, bro. This is all for fun and games, you know. You don't like to have fun online? Well, sucks to be you. 20 likes and I will raise up another cosplayer with proof. Part 2. I'm getting quite a bit of followers lately, so allow me to introduce myself. I'm Sexy, the person who asked out a really cute cosplayer. And we've been dating since. I know it's hard to believe, but ask everyone who've been with me since day one. Nah, and then he quote retweets himself. Nah, dude, this was just a little joke. Nah, I'm messing with y'all. LOL, this was my canon event. Skull emoji. How could we forget the Master Rizzler? Thanks for curing my dog's cancer, by the way. You're absolutely welcome. I was gonna say 100% her. I 100% remember her specifically rejecting you. LOL. I like this cosplayer mood a lot. And mind you, I told you this before. A lot of people get starstruck with follower numbers on Twitter, and this guy had a lot of them at that point. Because this is 2024 already, and he was already above 30k. So, you know, cosplayers, very popular cosplayers, hundreds of thousands of followers, see this guy, and they become mutuals. So, of course, Saxy is always proud to make sure to tell you that he's mutual followers with a lot of very hot cosplayers. I have a cosplayer crush. Only one? No way. I know, right? I actually don't believe you only have one, LMAO. I promise you, I really do. Saxy, you probably have 15 girlfriends and you're telling me you only have one crush? Oh yeah, cosplayer-san gave me a bento as a gift. Remember this particular tweet for later, chat. It becomes very, very important. This cosplayer Sam later becomes quote unquote very intimate with Saxy. To the point where he decides to tell everyone about it in explicit detail. We're gonna get that. Gonna get into that. So I don't know if explicit language of that sort is allowable on YouTube, but we'll see. That this is gonna be painful, but also so fucking funny. She's such a queen, such a keeper. I know. That looks so good. I know. The little heart, right? Oh boy. Remember all of these tweets, please. Remember them for later. Okay, we read through that. But yeah, you get it. He loves spies. He loves cosplayers. He's not full of himself. He doesn't have an ego problem. He just does it, you know, for everyone to be okay. He doesn't do it for attention or anything like that. No, he's just a good guy. And then we come to something that a lot of you were waiting for. He finally, you know, pining for many girls for many years, replying to them with all kinds of weird one-liners, sexually explicit ones usually. He, at one point, finally gets a girlfriend. Who's that girlfriend? Well, her name is apparently Choki. But before that, he says this: cosplayer girlfriend number 6, and I just brought a promise ring for each other. Yay! Actually, please call her Choki from now on. And you've been wondering, what are these other 5 girlfriends that he has? Well, you have to understand that he had quote-unquote many girlfriends before that, and he'd like to talk about them quite a bit. But usually, you know, they were construed as jokes, you know, oh, Saxy, you old dog, you're going after more girls. You're such a pervert, Saxy. You're just you know, you cannot be corrected. You're just such a, you know, you're such a Casanova, Saxy. Oh, you and shit like that, and people like that, and you'll see how much they liked it. But yeah, at some point, a person named Choki came into his life, which was previously known as cosplayer number 6. And there's going to be a lot of tweets we're going to go through. This is the biggest arc that I have prepared for you. Witness and behold the saga of Choki, his number 6 cosplayer girlfriend. Wow, my girlfriend can cook. Crying emoji. Thanks for the meal, Choki. Choki asked me if I want to sleep with her on bed tonight. I call dibs on the wall side. Buy a air mattress. I won't miss you. And at one point, Saxy essentially said that he gave Choki access to his Twitter account, and she apparently sometimes decided to, you know, post on his account as herself. And mind you, Choki is apparently Japanese, so she comes with what Saxy interprets as a Japanese person speaking very bad English. So also a little bit racist there. Hello, this is Choki here, Saxy's girlfriend. I hope you are well. He made me very happy today. I feel like the luckiest girl. And there's some deleted posts here, kind of calling him out on it just a little bit jokingly, which were later deleted. I took my phone back just to say, hahaha, SMD, Ayanari. I've known a lot of, and I've known and chatted with Choki since October. I think we'll be fine. Even better, I'll prove you wrong. You know, prove everybody wrong that she's real. I woke up like this with Choki drooling on my face. Oh, these are gonna get really bad. I told Choki I sacrificed my harem for you. I literally said, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, but who taught her that? LMFAO, was it one of you? Choki and I aren't even sad that I'm leaving for work tomorrow. We just cuddled me up and watching TikTok memes. LOL. Choki grabbed my neck and said if I raised up any more girls either here or in real life, she's going to make sure she's the last person I see, and then kissed me. It's safe to say my harem arc is over, chat. I'ma keep Choki forever. Choki last night was an experience. That was something for sure. Just said goodbye to my Choki. I did so much with her because this is the first and foremost a business trip. My boss has been covering my ass lately just so I could spend a bit more time with her. Which I'm so grateful for, boss. Wish I could stay with her more, but boss is one of his last limbs and I'm on a tight schedule. That's what the promise rings were for. I'm going to say what we both said to each other because I was kind of embarrassing and personal. We just know we're going to do our best to make this work. LDR sucks for sure. Long distance relationship, by the way. But we got this. I'll be able to meet her every now and then till July. I can't wait for our future beholds. Thanks for tuning in, but now I gotta lock in for the remainder of this trip. I took 5 hours from my boss to say there's lipstick marks on your cheek. Nah, this dude is playing too much. I should have taken that into account when Choki pecked me there. When I think about that night, Choki is a bit freaky, like maybe a little too freaky. I think I might have died for a couple of seconds. She looks so baby girl. What the hell did I get myself into? You know, because, you know, every self-respecting woman really likes when her dude goes on social media and tells to his tens of thousands of followers how much of a good fuck you are. I mean, I'm not saying women like that don't exist, but, you know, if my girlfriend had a hard time understanding my language, and, you know, there was a language barrier behind us, I would probably first try to explain to her what I'm doing, and if she's fine with that, you know, whatever floats their boat in a relationship. But, again, I guess most women love that, right? They really love to be talked about in such a way on social media. This guy is so messed up. Chat. This isn't even, you know, I like to say that a lot, but this isn't even, you know, the tip of the iceberg. He goes into much greater fucking detail with this. It gets so much worse. and remember, at this point, he has a lot of followers and he's friends with a lot of people over there. A lot of people encourage this kind of behavior, and I told you so. And here's a few examples of that. As your secretary, I need the deets for recording purposes. No. Okay, but does she match your freak or? It's more like I'm trying to. Okay, give me the deets though. Horny Emmy. Yeah, so? Got to match her freak, homie. I'm trying. See? They just encourage that kind of behavior. Me when Choki, implying she fucked him so hard he became dehydrated to the point he became a fake Mexican alien on display. And then he commissioned a fan art of himself because, mind you, he has a persona. At this point, he has a virtual YouTuber persona with, you know, blue hair and shit like that. So he decided to commission art of himself after getting fucked silly by Choki. And this is Choki on the right, or at least what's supposed to be Choki. So he commissioned fan art of himself with that. Choki keeps crying, saying sorry, but I'm just hugging her, saying it's okay. I love her, she's so sweet. But deep inside, I know what you are. Choki and I have been doing nothing but sleeping together this whole day. LOL. Choki is going to be an amazing mother with the way she's been cooking food before I go to work. A little bit of male chauvinism, why not? Choki didn't understand what crash my head with your thighs meant, so I decided to crash hers instead. Might be the worst idea I've ever done. Either she likes it or you get testicular torsioned. Choki is the devil. Well, how would your testicles get torsioned if you decided to squeeze her head with your thighs? What would she be doing with your balls? How would she be twisting your balls with her head? Did she turn her head, put your testicles in her mouth, and then just twist them? Are you implying a scenario like that, or do I have a dirty mind? No, it's not me. It's Saxy that has the dirty mind, and you'll see. And you'll see soon why. In case you don't have an idea at this point already. I tried to think about it, but I only have a week left with Choki before I move back to the US, and I'm just trying to make the most of it with her. I'm truly sorry if all my tweets lately have been about my adventures with Choki. I must sound really annoying, but I really love her. Saxy, I think all of your followers constantly look forward to the next Choki tweet. I wouldn't worry about being annoying, LMAO. I hope I don't sound too obnoxious, you know. Again, encouraged to do this shit forever. No, it's nice to know how much you care about this person. Gosh, as much as you need to. That makes me glad. Crying emoticon. Bro really got isekai'd into Japan and doesn't want to leave his harem. Salutes. Haha, no more harem. Dude, make the most of your time with her. Do not feel like a burden for talking about her. She's your girl. Be proud. Have fun. Most importantly, make the most of your time with her. Thanks for understanding. You've got nothing to apologize for, man. You're having a great time with the girl you love and you want to share that with people. Totally normal. Totally normal, chat. Talking about how your girlfriend fucks you dry. Totally normal. And then he got some more art commissioned. I'm Choki's boyfriend. I'm Choki's boyfriend. You're my boyfriend. God damn. Oh, that fall is gonna be so hard. He's gonna fall so hard, he's gonna leave a crater. Choki has me like this right now, and I don't want to move, but I also need to pee, skull emoji. Choki told me she likes me, X. Choki told me I like her, tick. Choki is a keeper, X. Choki is keeping me, tick. I will protect Choki, X. I am protected by Choki, tick. Choki calls me daddy, X. Choki is my daddy, tick. I bagged a 10 out of 10. X. I was suitcased. Tick. I'm glad you're kind of admitting to something without actually knowing you're admitting to something here. Thank you, Choki, for cooking this bento. Off to work now. I'm going to cook Choki dinner tomorrow because she always goes above and beyond, like, WTF. Choki said, let's do it, and I have shivers up my spine. A mix of excitement, horny, fear, and the faint smell of death. Choki setting up breakfast after making me her meal last night is diabolical. Mind you, always see how good these meals look. And that, you know, sets of cutlery are kind of different all the time. Kind of the setting seems to be different all the time as well. Kind of, you know, makes you think for the things to come out of this. Why do you have to wash the bed sheets, Choki? You made it dirty, angry emoji. JK, I got you, bestie. Choki lets me tease and bully other girls here since she knows my heart is only for her, and hers only. But I think she's starting to figure out I'm usually the one that gets the treatment. Crying emoji. Time to show Choki what I can cook. My heart is only for Choki, but Hentachi is the truth. Choki and I cannot produce that much, bro. I actually haven't called Choki mommy yet. I wonder how she would react. Wahahaha, Choki, behold my cooking skills. I cheated a little. She liked it, by the way. Guess how he cheated, chat. He didn't cheat in the way you think. He cheated in a very different way. Oh boy. I'm getting a little giddy about this. And here's other cosplayers talking with him, and he's talking to them as well. This is Mo Hero, or whatever it's called, Mo. He does a lot of Blue Archive cosplays of Kazusa on Twitter, and I believe there are Twitter mutuals over there. And he interacts a lot with her too. Experience can be gained, she says. Talking with me in this X is kind of experience to talk with a girl. Don't you all think so? That's how I made Choki and the others. It's sexy. Well, get ready for this one, chat. I'm gonna get a quick drink, be right back, and then we'll get into the best part of all of this. So hold on. I'll put you into a very short intermission. I'll get a drink for this because there's gonna be a lot of unhinged shit to read. You're gonna enjoy this. Trust me on this one. I don't say that a lot, but this I'm 100% sure on. Be right back. Told you it's gonna be a very short one, but yeah, I'm back. We can we can get to something that's really peak fan fiction, peak fiction even you could say. Get ready for this because you have never read a sex story this good online. You never. I guarantee it. Let's go. I'm just going to say it. I destroyed Choki last night. That gothic Lolita outfit truly unleashed something within me. Something about the frills and the dress and the black bows and pearls really got me down bad. I didn't even know I had that kind of energy myself. She convulsed multiple times, which just made it worse for her. Turns out all it took was an outfit change. There's so much more I want to say that I know I shouldn't say, but here I'll just tell you all this. was the best experience of my life. Oh boy. Again, there's nothing there's nothing more a woman loves in a relationship than her boyfriend telling everybody online how much she came and that she had convulsions while happening. You know, Saxy fucked her so good with his jumbo penis that she had multiple orgasms. True story. No lie, no cap. But there's gonna be more. Don't worry. Choki just bought me Miku. Oh my god, I feel too loved. Choki is really horny. Y'all thought I was bad? I've met my maker because this girl is an animal! Hanging out with Choki and friends tonight. Her friends are single. Who wants to be introduced? Oh no, her friends are scary. One of them poked me and said, if you make Choki cry, you will die. And the rest of them just nodded and said, so, right. Multiple times. What's up with them and death? And why is Choki also nodding? Maybe she's hiding from me, but Choki has no toys, if you know what I mean. Which I'm wondering if she's been waiting for me to use all along. Terrifying. Again, there's nothing more a woman loves than her boyfriend talking about her sex toys to thousands of people online. Time to go shopping at Saitama. What should I get Choki, chat? Our dinner! I help Choki along. That's a really tasty looking gyoza, by the way. Never had gyoza, but it looks very tasty. One last date to aquarium with Choki today. Choki needs to get her leg off my crotch. LOL, good night everyone. Sleep. Crazy to think I'll be leaving Choki in 2 days. Choki wants to eat fried tofu today. Choki is wearing a white Lolita Golf outfit and on bed and said, I'm not coming back to America. My pee-pee is cooked. Bye, guys. and there's more. There's more sex stories, because why not? After we did it, a lot of tears were shedded last night. Many from me, but from Choki it seemed endless. You know, she's gonna miss those convulsion fucks you gave her. I'm sure she's thinking about that night all the time since that time. The realization that I leave tonight, I hit like a truck. Sorry, Chad, I have to interrupt you. I just find it really fucking funny that the first sentence he starts here with this, you know, heartfelt story about leaving his girlfriend is the fact that he fucked her. You know, after I fucked my girlfriend, it was time to say goodbye. She really cramped all her emotions, and last night was been the tipping point. Real strong for that. After all, she's just after all, she's just a girl. Oh, a little bit of sex in here as well. Fucking fantastic. Thank you, SGTD4C. Thank you for the 5. Pure cinema, absolute peak fiction, hood classic. No matter what you call it, it's truly the best story written. True that. After all, she's just a girl. She's been girl bossing, and her presence is so dominating. I forgot she's still frail on the inside. But I'll be back for her to give her more fuckings, I assume. When I come back, and it's going to be a while, but when I do, I'm going to marry her. For the past 3+ weeks, she's been nothing but loyal, sweet, and caring. This may be bittersweet, but I promise I'll be back. Ain't no way this girl put yesterday's pair of panties in my suitcase. Okay, Choki, I guess I'll put it in on a shrine or something. P.S. It has a bow on it. So cute. I have to reiterate, chat. There's nothing a woman loves more than her boyfriend telling that you put her dirty underwear that she sneaked her dirty underwear into your suitcase. An accurate depiction of what I'm going to do with Choki's panties, a Mushoku Tensei reference with, you know, the panty shrine. A holy relic from my god herself. Again, this guy should be a writer for somebody. He's so good at this. Choki sending me Instagram reels like 50. It might be something really cute or couple maxing, or it could be somewhere on the lines of horny and kinky stuff. Skull emoji, and there's just me sending memes. LOL. I can't believe the artist this while Choki was draining me. I can't believe the artist drew this while Choki was draining me in real life. LMAO. Saxy, yes, what can I do for you, Saxy? You see, Raven, I'm looking for somewhat who to do this as soon as possible. Here, it doesn't have to be well polished or refined either. Well, I can make it full colored in a few hours. Again, this guy had a lot of pull with people, so getting fan art of, you know, him and his girlfriend fucking or after fucking, very easy for the guy. Remember that fan art? And yeah, he got it very easily. I'm sure this fucking artist is very proud of himself or herself right now. After all was revealed, I feel very bad for them. Again, not their fault, but still, pretty fucking funny, all things considered. I introduced Choki to my mom on the phone and she wondered how her ugly ass son managed to pull a baddie. I told her I'm kind of the little spoon, and she said she was disappointed that I was just like my father. Why is that catching strays, LMO? He passed away when I was 1. He can't be about him. It's not genetics, right? You know, this in itself is kind of unhinged because he's essentially throwing his dead dad under the fucking bus, that he was emasculated by his wife. What the fuck is this dude? He's certainly something. Mom doesn't say much about my biological father, and I never really asked or looked into his life. All I ever saw of him was an old VCR tapes of his wedding with Mom and his funeral. Maybe if I was 8 or 10, I might have had more feelings for him, but I just don't know my dad enough to feel sad. Like, I don't know what his voice sounds like, yeah, but even then, why would you throw your dad under the bus like that? What the fuck is wrong with you? Ah, Choki woke up. Wax tail. Bark, bark, bark. Awoo! Ohio. Fuck me. I need a sip, chat. Hold on. I need a sip. I need a sip for this. Okay. I'm better. I shouldn't have taught American meme culture to Choki. I'm turning her American. No! I'm only saying this once. No, I am not mad at you. Please do not ask for Choki's handle or anything of the sort. Both in DMs and in my posts. It is a slight invasion of our privacy. I appreciate if you guys stop asking. Motherfucker! You transmitted to tens of thousands of people how good of a fuck your girlfriend is and how much of a stud you are. And asking what her online handle is a breach of privacy for fucking you? You have some fucking priorities, my fucking dude. Please don't ask for her socials. Whenever I talk about how good of a fuck she is, that's on me and for me alone. And then he continues. Well, some of you found her either by stumbling upon her account somehow or by me personally showing it to you. I trust you a lot. If you could let us be, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Not to mention, one of y'all were as bold as DMing her, which is pretty weird. And she had to close DMs. Sad emoji. Gee, I wonder why you don't want to give her personals away. Kind of makes you think. I wonder. I don't want to make this post, but I really have to set boundaries after what some of y'all did to my cosplay friend Yusan. LOL. Too damn flirty, like y'all think you'll have a chance with her. I'm dead. I seen them DMs. They wild and ha 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 ha. Mind you, this whole fucking dude's MO in like the recent 2 years. All he does is horny post and send sexual messages to fucking cosplayers. Whoever said women are less down bad than men are lying out of their asses. Their desires similar to us, if not more than us dudes. I'm just really oblivious and stupid to assume Choki was one of the minority when the signs were there all along. Women are so horny. Not say so, skull emoji. Choki who? You're miles apart, girl. Haha, suck my dick. Someone, you know, catching them in 4K, taking photographs. Who's Choki? JK, I can smell danger, says Sexy in someone's Discord channel. Okay, maybe I view beauty a little different because everyone keeps saying my girlfriend Choki is leagues beyond pretty. I just see her as her though. Bought Choki some things at AX today because, you know, Saxy here probably thought to himself, like, what do girls like nowadays that, you know, is socially acceptable and is pretty cute to show to everybody? Well, Saniro products? Miku? Well, both are probably good choices. So let's buy just some knockoff nanoblocks Saniro characters with Melody and Kuromi, and also a Miku on the side. That's what girls like, right? That's what makes my relationship believable to everybody online. Isn't that right? Choki has awoken. Choki doesn't want to talk to me right now. This is Choki if you even care. I'm on the ground. Choki and I are both Gemini, so well, yeah, because Choki is you. That's why you have the. That's why you have the same zodiac sign. Past midnight, I couldn't sleep at all, so I called Choki and she sang some Japanese lullaby for me to go to sleep. We spent an hour talking, but Choki needs to understand that my goddess Hatsune Miku comes first. Then it's her. My non-biological mother, Haki-san, which is his best friends forever something. Choki is sad she has no boobs for me to play with. Who do you think I am? I am Choki LMAO. I'm a pervert? Ugh, I want to breed Choki right now! Ugh. Motherfucker. Wow. What? What do I say, Choki? I say to Choki, guys. Hey, in real life name Kun. What is breeding, darling? Tell me. You know, the fact that it's all him makes it so much fucking funnier that he, you know, puts words into some inexistent being's mouth and calls himself, Kun. Hey, in real life name Kun. What is breeding, darling? Tell me. Be right back, watching this with Choki. Thank you, Momo Obasan, for recommending me this. Help! Choki thinks I'm bisexual. Why can't I call other men cute and sexy if they are? Sexy, just because you masturbate pretending to have a girlfriend doesn't mean you're bisexual. And just because you invent a cosplay girlfriend that is also you doesn't also mean you're bisexual. That you're attracted to men. That doesn't mean that, Sexy. Please. Please think straight. Bro, everything reminds me of Choki. She really owns that outfit. Crying emoji. My timeline is evil. LMAO. I got literally a minute left. I will say this. What the heck has Choki been posting here? Oh my god. Anyway, see you guys again next Sunday, I hope. And this is kind of where it ends for Saxy for right now. Because apparently he joined the army and he's currently, at the time of the stream, he's in a boot camp. I got 15 minutes left of phone time left. Say hi or something. Yes, I'm doing fine. Here's his army shorts, and he's apparently gonna go through basic training. And then all hell kind of broke loose. But first, Choki kind of posts herself, on his account as herself, because remember, Choki apparently has access to Sexy's account while he's not there. And then she apparently posts herself with new, coupled with a couple of emojis here and there. And more. I'm in him now. He is stupid for give me account. Where I, because that's how Japanese people laugh. Also called grass. Also called varao. And then some tweets in Japanese. Nemui. Sleepy. Saxy. Where are you? In Japanese. And as that ends, begins another thing. The expose part of it all. As funny as this was, the expose is even funnier. So let's get through that. Because, when you have a lot of friends, when you're involved with a lot of people, some people will eventually know that you're bullshitting them, especially when you make it so fucking obvious. And Choki, sorry, I mean, I would be right in saying Choki. Choki/Saxy had a lot of contacts, and even his second account, the account that was promoting artists, is run by like several people. It's like a joint project. So at one point, all of these people decided this motherfucker be lying, and he's a very bad liar. So expose the shit out of him. But hold up, I don't think this is in the correct order. Whatever. But yeah, here. Concerns about Sax clips. Saxy's behavior encourages the objectification of women. On multiple occasions, Saxy has stolen images and claimed them as his own. More notably, pictures of his girlfriend, Choki, whose pictures are actually a beauty influencer named Lee, with triple I's. We're gonna read this whole document, don't worry. We're releasing a document that goes a bit more in depth about this without Twitter's word limits. Please view the document on desktop to properly view the images. We'll briefly summarize it in this thread. TLDR. Saxy's behavior encourages the normalization of harassment of objectification towards women within the cosplay and VTuber community. I mean, that's the least of his fucking problems, because by the the amount of horny people commenting on fucking cosplayers every day, it's kind of normalized. Is it encouraged? Well, with Saxy's case, he's fucking friends, and other people on fucking Twitter encouraged him to do so continuously. You've seen those fucking posts, so you kind of made your own monster with that. So go fucking blame yourself that you encouraged his behavior and actually applauded it every step of the way. So fucking clap to you. On multiple occasions, Saxy has stolen images from smaller accounts and claimed them as his own. More notably, pictures of his girlfriend, Choki, who is not real, and actually images of a Japanese beauty influencer by the name of Lee. Lee underscore G, or with lower font, who are in contact with and have made her and her agency aware that her pictures are used without authorization. She has decided to give no public statements, so please be respectful and do not bother Miss Lee or anyone else mentioned in this document. Our goal and purpose: we're making this document to bring awareness to the situation and to hopefully discourage disrespect towards women. As many people in the community look up to and idolize Saxy for his tweets fetishizing women, we wish for people to use this as an example to not follow in his steps, nor further encourage and engage in this behavior. Again, you guys encouraged him for years. So, again, your own fucking monster. Slay your own monster now. We hope that Saxy can change his behavior and publicly apologize to the followers he's lied to and the people he's stolen images from, especially to Miss Lee. Again, not a lawyer, but wouldn't this kind of thing count as impersonation or, just stealing someone's identity? Especially since the guy has a subscriber thing on his Twitter, so he does earn money from his subscribers, and I imagine he has enough Twitter engagement to actually get revenue sharing as well. So he's earning a profit out of this. So some kind of legal problems, especially if he's stealing photos of a woman that's in an agency and she's using her photos for business. So yeah, I think he'd get into some real legal trouble if they wanted to pursue that kind of shit. We hope that this document will give you voice to women that are unable to speak up towards online harassment like this. Stolen images. Saxy has been stealing images from multiple smaller accounts on Twitter. We only discovered a few of the original posts, but there might be more images taken from other social media, which is not easy traceable with reverse image searching. That is true. But also, considering that he's been stealing them from all kinds of people, and especially Japanese people, they have a tendency to delete a lot of their in real life images after some time, especially the ones with food, sometimes out of privacy concerns and shit like that. So those images being very hard to trace, especially since the originals have been deleted, is understandable. For example, on June 19th, 2024, Saxy posted an IV drip hospital picture implying that he was hospitalized for having sex with his girlfriend. The picture was originally posted by a Korean animator, Osro_O, when they were hospitalized on New Year's Eve of 2024. Saxy said, "I lived, motherfucker. You can't kill me with a triple A snoo." And on the right side, the original Happy New Year. Below that, with a quote retweet also from Saxy, "Guys, my dick is fucked." Oh, another sip. I'm gonna choke on my own saliva. Oh. The next images will be some of the pictures he's taken from other accounts. Please keep note of the dates posted. Each image will be linked to the respective tweet. Additionally, Saxy's tweets will have archived versions. When she wore the Gothic Lolita outfit our first day, I knew this woman might just be the one. Tokyo Disneyland with the original. See how blatant this guy... He's not even subtle about it. See the fucking dates. Original, June 12th. He stole an image, June 13th. He didn't even fucking wait. Just, just gonna take it. No one's ever gonna fucking find out. Chat, remember that bento picture that I told you to remember? Well, here it is again. Oh yeah, Cosplayer son gave me a bento as a gift. And look to the original on the right. Funny that. I guess Choki has incredible bento making skills. She's able to make the exact same copy of a bento for her beloved Saxy, down to the proper char marks on the sausage. Incredible cook. She should be on fucking MasterChef. That fucking Choki. She's wasting her fucking time with Saxy. She should fucking go and take part in MasterChef Japan. The imaginary MasterChef Japan, by the way, for imaginary people. More food pictures. Thank you, Choki, cooking up this bento. Off to work now. And the original on the right. Choki isn't real. Saxy's alleged girlfriend named Choki isn't real. Based on the prior evidence, we could determine that he was lying about the existence of Choki the entire time. We want to further back this claim of Choki's existence being fabricated by Saxy by providing more evidence based on his tweets, as well as discuss what this means in terms of sexual harassment towards women and his influence normalizing the fetishization of women within the community. Bitch, stop making it sound like that, like you fucking people haven't been encouraging this all this fucking time. Like he's the main problem here. Sure, he's a fucking problem, but again, all of these hundreds of people that encouraged him over the years, and I imagine the people that made this document also at some point thought like what a silly quirky guy he was. Like, can't do no wrong. Now you're having some weird version of bias remorse that you played into this guy's behavior. The images that Saxy uses of his girlfriend are actually a beauty influencer by the name of Lee. Prior to contacting Miss Lee and her agency, we were not aware of the situation involving Saxy in regards to unauthorized from Miss Lee's photos, as well as defamation on the account of Saxy using her face to represent Choki. Because mind you, remember those posts how he said that Choki fucked him senselessly, and almost gave him testicular torsion when he tried to choke her with his thighs, and how much of a good fuck he gave her. We are hoping the situation does not escalate to the point of legal action. We will not release any screenshots of our conversation with Miss Lee and her agency, but we are working with them to resolve this issue. Some of the images were edited to add to loosely translated text in yellow. And there she is. And there's his tweets. Choki says hello. I guess they've been due diligent to translate them into Japanese to send it to her agency. Here's his DMs with quote-unquote Choki. Imagine how desperate you have to be to fake DMs with your fake girlfriend. That's fucking funny. Babe, what do you mean by this? Miss you. I'll visit you tomorrow. Your punishment is no breaks, because you know how much they're gonna fuck that night. No breaks. And the original. So we can see. With, him pretending it's her posting on his account on the left side. That fucking fun art again. Lee Ri is not Choki. Please not harass any artist that drew Choki in Miss Lee likeness. It's assumed that Saxy provided Miss Lee images to the artist to draw for him. This is further evidence that Saxy used Miss Lee's image and likeness as his fictitious girlfriend. While using Miss Lee likeness in numerous tweets, Saxi depicts Choki as a perverted Japanese cosplayer girlfriend. In many tweets, he goes into explicit detail about their alleged sex life. We tried to provide as many examples of these not safe for work tweets as we could to get our point across that Saxi's depiction of Choki, which exploits Mrs. Lee and her likeness, is considered sexual harassment. Online sexual harassment should be taken seriously, and it's absolutely unacceptable. For Miss Lee's face and image used to portray a false perverse narrative of her that is shown to over 30k plus followers. VTuber fucking drama is really something fucking special. What will they think of next? I wake up every day. Those silly fucking VTubers, what they will get up to next time when I awake from my slumber. Every single fucking day. Scary, but sniff sniff. Choki, did you put your panties in my suitcase? Now we'll be together forever. Yandere. Motherfucker. And again, we reread his sex story tweets already. Choki said she used to have one and even named her toy after me, but then threw it away because the real D is here. This girl surprises me every time. I honestly think I found the one. Yeah, yeah, my dear fucking Twitter followers. I gave her such a good fuck. She named her sex toy after me. And she threw it the fuck away because it just doesn't fucking compare to the real thing. To the real fucking whale of a penis that I seriously have. That I give her good fuckies with. And make her orgasm into convulsions. Such a stud. Fuck me. We read this one already. I just woke up, and to say I lived, Choki was kind enough to give me mercy this time. What a guy. Harassment of other women. Saxi is literally seen commenting on many cosplayer and fashion influencers' posts, some of which can be innocent, such as asking for claiming them to be his girlfriend, but others borderline on sexual harassment, as seen below. This routine behavior promotes others in the community to behave in this way. And again, I have to stress this. You encouraged this, his friends encouraged this, and he thought it was okay. Comments like these are not always welcomed by every cosplayer because cosplay is not consent. We will not be speaking of posting anything about personal interactions with Saxi as of now. But if you are a woman with personal experience and wish to speak out, you are free to DM or email us. I frankly think he probably never DM'd any real woman besides the people that he talks on Discord. He's probably too anxious and probably a little bit cowardly. That's why he has to invent all of these fucking stupid stories about, you know, amazing fucks and cosplay girlfriends and shit like that. I mean, the other reason would be fucking attention she got in fucking spades. You know what's actually very stupid about him as well? Like, he actually quote retweeted Lee at one fucking point. And then he used her as Choki. Like, he's that fucking stupid, and people think he wouldn't... People think they wouldn't notice this. And he sends, you know, quote retweets people with stuff like that. I nutted cause that's crazy. This is my girlfriend, by the way. I'm gonna bust a big one. The biggest nut of my life. And then in Japanese to another cosplayer. No lube. Okay, this one is fucking fantastic. Get your fucking butts ready for this one. No lube, no protection. All night long, from the kitchen floor to the toilet seat. from the dining room table to the couch, vertically, horizontally, quadratically, exponentially, logarithmically, while I gasped and screamed for my life. Holy shit. Can you tell I'm having good fucking time with this? Can you tell? Oh, it's Chinese, sorry. Yeah, it's Chinese. You're right. Probably translated badly because those machine translations are always kind of shit, but he still got his message across. God damn. Fetishization and objectification of Asian women. You might notice a theme with the type of women that Saxi promotes on his page. Typically, he posts and retweets exclusively about Asian cosplayers on his account. This section might be subjective and, well... Subjective is right. This section might be subjective and negligible to some, but we thought it was important to point out that our group consists of and the people we've taken input from are Asian women who happen to be cosplayers too. His fetishization of Asian women is especially apparent in Choki, who is his depiction of an ideal girlfriend. Well, dude has fucking yellow fever. That's very apparent. As established before, Choki isn't real, therefore all the messages and tweets written by Choki are in actuality Saxi himself. In these messages and tweets, he'll type in broken English to give the impression of a Japanese girl who isn't fluent in English, which is a form of mockery of non-native English speakers, especially Asian women. Well, that I can agree with. At least I agree with that. Saxi would often tweet about his friends by omitting their name and referring to them as Cosplayer, girlfriend, number from 1 to 6, and so on. Choki being mentioned as a cosplayer girlfriend number 6. We're not denying that Saxi has real friends that he jokingly calls girlfriends, but in addition to those mentioned before, the constant omission of his friends' names and referring to them as cosplayer-san, or making it a point to label them as Japanese, leads us to believe that he's lying about their existence, as well as reducing them to those labels. And then Saxi pretending to be Choki on his own account. If Saxi back, he will go bootcamp with me again in Japan. When Saxi come home, I want to beat up. Why leave me alone? Saxi come home. Choki want big dickings. Choki want big penis man. Oh damn it. You may be wondering, like, what does Saxi actually look like? At one point, I remember he actually posted a picture of himself. That was a very long time ago. But I believe that he's this, like, short Asian dude, if I remember correctly. Kind of worked out a bit, I think. I know he had arms, at least. Like, he had pretty built arms. That's what I remember from his postings, at least. But after that, I don't think he ever posted himself again, other than his legs at the army boot camp. But yeah, that's what I remember about his appearance. Lunchtime with girlfriend, or girlfriend number 4. Whatever. They're all interchangeable to Saxi anyway. My experience last night with cosplayers, and I don't think I read this one to you before. It's another sex story. Hold on to your butts. She lives by herself, and when I got to her room it was pretty bright. Her name, is really polite. Although I have to admit, both of us was kind of awkward because we didn't know how to address each other, lol. But we eased into it once I got a bit comfier. We hugged and I took off my shoes. She smelled very nice, like vanilla. I gave some baked sweets, and good lord, way she just opened the box, smelled them. She slew my heart. She just finished making the food and I was saying, she's like, umai, umai, which means yummy. While eating, LMFAO. She just started laughing, saying thank you while eating along. She can dead-ass cook, by the way. That shit felt like home. We had a small talk and there to pass the time. At some point, albeit I might just be paranoid, I felt like she was just watching me eat, which I'm not gonna lie, I think I blushed. Her portions are so small compared to mine, which made me kind of self-conscious. Once we finished eating, I urged myself to wash the dishes, but she flicked my fucking head and said, "No, I do." And I was like, bruh, okay. Like I said, Google Translate really was my best friend. I really had to use it several times since I wanted to ask questions like, where do you cosplay? Or how do you get into cosplay? And the sort. She showed me the room of where she cosplays, which is literally just her bedroom. And her closet, which is full of costume sets. Her room smelled way differently compared to everywhere of the house. It smelled soothing, for the lack of a better word. It's literally just living room and dinner table, restroom and bedroom. Here's the fun part of our conversation. I detailed the question, why are you comfortable to the point of inviting me? And that's when she said, you wouldn't do anything to me, would you? In broke-ass English, but I really fucking died. I legit walked out of the house and she dragged me back in saying sorry while laughing her ass off. She took her phone out after it since I didn't know she was just trying to say verbally, and I translated, I just had a feeling you are okay. You make me happy and are a good friend. I thought that was really sweet. Then to make it up, she wanted to cosplay Hatsune Miku since it was my birthday, and I was like, huh? No, have you seen yourself, girl? That's really lewd. I'm trying to behave, ma'am. Once she dressed up, it took a whole damn 20-ish minutes. Jesus. She said, how I look? I just wanted to die, LMFAO. You know that meme where you grip your fingers into your thigh to the point of bleeding? Yeah, that's me. I got to see how she takes her photos. And all the poses, see her passion for her cosplay. And then her and I just sat on the bed looking for what pics or videos look nice to upload. About half an hour passed and my friend came to pick me up, which she greeted me out with a really big hug. Said I'm always welcome to back since she's lonely out here. And that's that. Me right now, by the way. Melted. Yeah, I do like how he portrays himself as the good guy in all of these situations. Yeah, I'm just so fucking considerate, you know. Like, you're so fucking stunning, babe. I'm just this guy. I'm just like a little nobody. You're just blessing me with your very fucking presence. From before Cosplayer Sans Bento was just a stolen picture. Remember one? You know, with fucking who later turned out to be Choki. Cosplayer son. Closing statement. We try to be as informative and unbiased as possible. If you have any questions or would like to share your sentiments with us, Twitter DMs are open to our email. The email posted. If you have anything more to add, we'll be posting our Twitter Saxy Clips, not to be confused with Saxy's account, Sax Clips. Again, please be respectful and do not harass anyone mentioned in the document or screenshots. Please treat the woman with respect. Thank you. And that was the expose document, but there's also an aftermath because, you know, once people actually found out it was all bullshit, they had choice things to say. So let's take a look about a few things that transpired since that time. Do you remember those last tweets which Saxy posted as he was off to the fucking boot camp for the fucking army? Posting as quote-unquote Choki. Saxy, where are you? And, you know, Nemui, sleepy. People responded to these, and they weren't very friendly about it, for the most part. Considering you stole your last meal pics too. Yeah, yes, even before going to the fucking army, he decided to fucking take somebody's pictures. Because he was dead as too fucking broke. And it was, you know, last dinner with family. Did you even have fucking dinner with your family, dude? Or is your family made up too? What is real, what isn't? I don't know anymore. Did you figure out someone was onto you and dipped specifically for that reason? Are you really there, yet so pathetic you wanted to steal one final set of pics before you left? Pass up, bro. Is Choki even a real person at this point? Bro. I'm so sad, bro. Why? Because he's corny and stupid, that's why. And he liked the attention that you guys willingly gave to him. That's why. Nonce. Of course, pedophilia accusations out of nowhere. Yikes, bro. What happened? Can you apologize to the Japanese model who you stole photos from? I'm blocking your ass. This is why I don't trust people anymore. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? I've been having these strange thoughts lately. Like, is any of this real? Or not? Now I want to know. Sexy. Is that a cat? Yeah, I think that's a fucking cat. Dog, nobody can defend you from how insanely down bad and incel like you are. Holy shit. Look at the mirror and get your fucking act together. Man, sucks. You had such a good thing going with posting artists and you were so respected before this. Why'd you feel the need to lie? Again, incentivized. Online. By all of you. Bro, what the fuck? So, Saxy was the Joker all along. You got some explaining to do, man. You're lucky the model isn't suing your little ass. Public defamation, slander is a big deal. Now the scheduled tweet, because, you know, after he went to boot camp, which, you know, some of you think isn't real because it's possible. If he lied about all of this, it's very likely he lied about other things as well. So they you know, started posting below the scheduled tweet as well. Not the scheduled tweet. Blood is gonna go insane after his boot camp. That's insane, LMFAO. No shot. Not the scheduled tweet. Walks away emoji. Scheduled tweet hits different. Nah, you scheduled tweets. That's insane, LMAO. No fucking way. Scheduled tweet goes hard for real. Well, this can only go poorly. Ain't no way, man. LOL, no way this guy is still posting about his imaginary girlfriend. Ask his imaginary girlfriend, mind you. Fake it till you make it, I guess. Brother in Christ, we are in need of answers from me instead of continuing on their RP. Scheduled tweets go hard, eh? Bruh. Goodbye. Sexy, I'm a be so real. I'm disappointed. And so on and so forth in the same style. So that was the story of Sexy, also known as VTuber fucking Ties in the past. Funny how these people just always return to do something monumentally stupid at some point in time. It may be days, it may be months, and maybe even years, but it almost always happens, like fucking clockwork. How does it continue happening? I ask you that. It just keeps happening, and will never stop happening, probably. And we'll be endlessly amused by their fucking antics forever and ever. Whether he went to that boot camp or if he just fucking ran away, you know, pretending, who the fuck knows? If he doesn't return from boot camp in November, because that's when he said he's gonna return, then you'll know he just fucking ran away and probably the boot camp was fake too. If he's willing to fake dinner photos with his family, you know, on top of faking all of this girlfriend shit, what else has he been faking all this fucking time? Who the fuck knows? I just find it endlessly amusing that this guy had so much time to invent this peak fanfiction about fucking his girlfriend so hard she got convulsions. Peak cinema. Scorsese would be proud. Him and Scorsese should work on a biopic. I'd watch it. You'd probably watch it too. Hell, we would probably watch it together. But yeah, I've been really amused by all of this. It's been a few, literally a few, because just 2 fun streams recently. But soon, it's probably time to return to something a little bit more serious. Because things have been brewing behind the scenes and in public. With people like Taiga and the people that decided to go at him again. And make utter fools of themselves. Like the last day, there's this one VTuber that decided to make shit up about Taiga and propose a theory which would make Taiga look very fucking bad. But she had to eat crow. She had to delete, well, not delete. She privatized her video because, you know, why delete all of these lies when you can privatize it and maybe return it at a later date when it seems feasible for some extra additional views. But yeah, she ate crow for the uninformed shit in that video. Probably some of you probably seen it. And she had to make a huge fucking ass apology on Twitter about it as well. And yeah, things have been happening with Taiga pretty quickly now. A lot of people have been noticing it. A lot of drama tubers that usually weren't related to VTubers have started to talk about it. Some have been talking about Taiga in a positive light, some in a not so positive light. One of these that really disappointed me was harmful opinions one, especially since how uninformed he was about all of the shit that was put in his video. Well, since this is still an ongoing situation, this is pretty much not over. Things are still happening. If I do a stream about it, an update stream, which is pretty much a fucking continuation of the Marina shit, because Marina is still a fucking central figure, and fucking Sylvie is too, because he's her fucking capo. This is gonna be for me at least, this is gonna be a continuation of the Marina stream. When that's gonna happen, I don't fucking know, because that's a lot of information to parse. That's a lot of streams to watch through. That's a lot of things to clip. That's a lot of streams to download and go through. And yeah, this is my job to do. But at least I can, you know, tell you about it in some TLDR version of what's happening right now. But yeah, things have been happening. And not all good, but at least Taiga is making some strides. He got a GoFundMe to fund some potential legal actions which may be coming. Or if anything, he's at least gonna use the money for some good. I hope it's gonna go to, you know, proper things. Not saying that it won't, but, you know, things may happen in very unexpected ways sometimes, depending on circumstances. And yeah, and there's some behavior of Taiga's in recent fucking weeks that could be criticized, because Taiga has been acting a little bit unhinged. And I can't fault him fully for all of that, considering this shit has been happening to him for years. But when you fight people, I can tell you this, when you fight people that have no morals, that have no shame, they have no quandaries when they go after you, and especially if your reputation has already been ruined and people think the worst things about you, the worst things you can do is to give them more ammo by acting unhinged yourself and stooping to the level of your harassers. Do not do that, because these people use this against you. You have to be a bigger person, unfortunately. As much as you're upset about this, and much as you want to lash out at them because they're terrible people, and a lot of them are unredeemable, you cannot go down so low to their level and act the way they do. Even though, you know, some people say that you are justifying doing that. you need to take a step back and see how that reflects on you. Because Taiga wants to go back into the community. He wants to get accepted back, essentially. He doesn't want to be treated like this weird pariah that's been accused of pedophilia. He wants to go back to how things were. And you will not be able to do that if you act unhinged and later delete it. But people will remember. People will take screenshots. The people that are actively trying to fuck with you, they're going to screenshot this and they're going to disseminate it amongst their cronies. And these cronies will make sock accounts and they're going to be reposting that to make you look as bad as possible. And since, you know, the people that are going after you, again, they have no morals and they have no, they have no qualms in using all of these dirty tactics against you. And they will play the victim. And they will, try to pin more shit on you. Yeah. So yeah, that's my take for now. As things are still going on. But yeah. When you fight battles like this online, you need to know how to fight them too. You cannot go balls to the wall unhinged on people. Especially if you want, your reputation to improve amongst more than just your fans. Because Taiga had a big fan base. I can imagine it shrunk down significantly after those accusations years ago. And he's been rebuilding it back with new fans coming in. Fans that know about his plea and his situation over the years. But yeah, you will not win anybody's mind. You will not win anybody's heart if you act the same way as your harassers do. So do not do that. You have to be better than that. Unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, you can be unhinged, but I'm talking about end goals here. I'm talking about what Taiga wants himself for himself. Taiga wants to be accepted back into the wider community, to be accepted with more people. And you cannot do that if you act that way. As much as what happened to him over all these years is justified in being that angry, you still need to have a level head. You have a good head on your shoulders. Otherwise, it's just gonna continue, and people are just gonna be harassing you endlessly. It's better entertainment if they don't. Yeah, I get how it is. Because I laugh at fools every single fucking day on multiple platforms. But if you want to reach something for yourself, you really need to evaluate your position better. Is all I'm saying here. But yeah, all this doom and gloom aside, thank you for coming out to the stream. It was a lot of fucking fun. There's a lot of VTuber dramas a lot of people miss, and this one was one of the funniest. It even happened when I was on fucking vacation. I would have probably made a stream sooner about this. But yeah, the timing of it all had to be this way because I had some stuff going on for myself that I needed to take care of, and that was a priority. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. And again, I want to do more streams because I have a little bit more time now. So what I will stream about next, I do not know. At some point I want to resume making these short form videos that I used to make as well. Just discussing things briefly that happened on Twitter. But again, some things have to interest me personally for me to cover them. I'm not the type of person to jump on trends because, something popular has happened to a popular person. I need to talk about this because otherwise my YouTube views are gonna suffer because of this. I'm not that kind of creator, even though I don't want to call myself that. I just want to talk about things that interest me. But yeah, you guys have a good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in the world. Don't invent cosplay girlfriends that you fuck with your 12-inch penises to the point of convulsion. Stay off Twitter unless you're on Twitter for the porn. Don't harass women online. Very important. Don't harass anybody online. And have a good day. I will play you off with some decent music, I think. And you guys take care and bye-bye. It's been real.